and has a perimeter of 18 inches. Find the side length, apothem, which we like to say pothom, and area of the tile. Floor tiles are the shape of a regular hexagon, so we're just going to draw it. Hexagon is 6 sides. It has a perimeter of 18 inches. So if the whole way around is 18 inches, if we divide by the number of sides, which is 6, then we will know that each one is 3. 6 times 3 is 18. Okay, it says to find the side length, which we just did. Side length is 3. Then it says find the apothem. You know I got to do it. You know I got to pop this picture up here of my apothem. There he is! And he's not really dead. See, he's going to play dead. But he's not very good at it. Come on, play.
I love you. I want you now.
You're so cute.
At playing dead. Just saying. You're really bad at playing dead. Those teeth.
He's very cute. See how cute he is? Wait a minute, it'll pop up there in a second. He's very cute. Some people think that's not quite as cute. I think he's adorable. Anyway, we found the pothom, and we better get back to the work. Alright, so the easy way to do this, that's not the easy way, but the way that we should do this, the only way to do this, is to start by drawing our triangle here to find our pothom. It's really apothem, but it's just funny to say pothom. Alright, now to find this angle, we realize that there are going to be 6 triangles because there are 6 sides, and we have 360 degrees split up into 6 triangles. So that's going to give us a 60-degree angle. Now this is a nice angle to work with because the 60-degree angle allows us to use our 30, 60, 90 triangle. Whoops, I wrote the wrong thing there. I meant to write 60. Okay, we also know that that side is 3. Now when we drop our altitude right here, we know that this is going to be split in half because these are congruent sides, which makes these angles congruent, which makes these sides congruent. So that's 1.5 for each side. And we are going to use, since this is a 30, 60, 90, we know that it's a 1, 2, root 3 triangle. I'll redraw it over here so you can see it. Okay, this is split in half right here, so it's a 30-degree angle, and I'll do it both ways. This is 1, and we remember 2 is more than root 3, so that has to be your hypotenuse, which means we're going to multiply this side right here by 2. Okay, and this is 2x, we would call that's the x side, and the 2x, and then the root 3 times x. Since x is equal to 1.5, then when we do 2x, 2 times 1.5, we're going to get 3 over here. But we don't really need that. Okay, and then we're going to find the apothem, which is root 3 times 1.5. So on your calculator, it's easier if you put the decimal first, because if you put it after the root 3, sometimes if you don't, it depends on the kind of calculator you have. If you don't put an end parenthesis behind that square root, it will take the square root of 3 times 1.5. So it'll multiply those two first, thinking you wanted it under the square root. So I suggest that you put your decimal first so you don't have to worry about it, and do it that way. Okay, so 1.5 times the square root of 3. Whoops. I said that because my calculator went off. Times the square root of 3. 2.598, which rounds to 2.6 because the 8 rounds up the 9, and the 9, when it rounds up, turns the 5 into a 6. So we get 2.6 over here. All right, now we have this big, messy bunch of stuff. I don't know where we're going to put all this stuff. I think I'm going to erase this part, and that will give me some room to write. I didn't make it large first. I think I can fit it in here. All right, now, so we're going to, I'm just going to square off a little section so you can see where I'm actually working. Okay. And I'm going to say that the area of a polygon is equal to, and this is on your theorem list, 1/2 the apothem times the number of sides times the side length. We just found the apothem, it's 2.6. So we have the area is equal to 1/2 times 2.6. We slide out, we can see our number of sides is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Times 6, and our side length was 3. And then you just put that into your calculator. You can work it backwards if you like to. 3 times 6 times 2.6 equals, and then divide by 2. 23.4. 23.4 is our area, and then we have to find our units. Inches. So area is always in square inches, so it's inches squared or square inches. Okie dokie. Now this last bit is extra credit. If you're not interested and worried about the extra credit, you don't have to. Most people found this easy to do, so it's probably a good idea to do it. It says, find the probability that a random chosen point in the figure lies in the region described. Wow. This is a really interesting figure over here. All right. First, let's find the area of the whole figure. And to do that, we're going to take this square, and then we're going to add a circle to it. Now, we're only going to add a circle to it because when you put these two sides of the circle together, this side, you just get one extra circle. So we have really a square and a circle. All right, so let's do that first. Let's make that a little smaller. Okay, so the area of the square is just side squared. And so that's going to be 10 squared, or 100. All right, then we're going to find the area of the circle. The area of circle is equal to pi r squared. And we can leave this in terms of pi, and we don't have to deal with that decimal until the very end. And that seems like a good idea because pi is probably going to cancel at some point, and then we'll just have a couple of numbers, which makes it very nice. Okay, since this is a square, we know it's a square because it tells us it's 10 high and 10 wide. We know that this is 10. Whoops. This is 10. So a radius is just 5. So the area of the circle is 5 squared times pi, or 25 pi. So we've got 100 plus 25 pi. It looks like we're going to have to multiply by pi just to get that complete area. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, 25. We can't actually leave it in terms of pi this time. That's too bad. Plus 100. I got 78.54539. So that's going to be 78.54. And that's in units. I don't see what kind of units. Okay. And so 100 plus that would be 178. So the whole figure, and we're going to just draw a small one. The area of the whole figure is 178.54. All right, the pink region is just the circle. So we're going to say just the circle, which we just now have that area of, 78.54, out of the whole figure, 178.54. So 78.54 divided by 178.54, it gives us 0.43999, or move the decimal two spaces to the right, 43.99%. If there is tenth, we get 44%. Okay, now let's, wow. blue region is equal to the square minus the leftover. How do we find that? I mean, the minus the circle, that gives us the leftover. Well, we have the square. It's 100. So to find the blue, we're going to take our 100 and subtract from it the pink circle. And the circle is 78.54. So we're going to subtract 78.54 from 100. Okay, and that's going to give us 21.46 for the blue region. Now that's not your percentage. To find the percentage, we have to put 21.46 over 178.54. So divide by 178.54, and we get equals 0.12019, which is 2. Move your decimal 2 places to the right, and we get 12.02%, or about 12. Okay, so when you do these, you have to think what needs to be added to get the whole area and what needs to be subtracted to get the part we're talking about. Good luck on the test. Make sure that you've gone over your quizzes and you should be fine.